Hey everyone, and welcome to your personalized deep dive. Today we are heading backstage to
Okay.
get you ready for a
Nice.
stage technician interview.
I like it.
So picture this.
Yeah.
You in that interview chair,
All
ready
right.
to snag your dream job in this
Yeah.
amazing world of live performance
Yeah.
now
Mhm.
to help you nail it.
Okay.
We're going to tackle some of those tricky interview questions that you might face
Uh-huh.
using RoleCatcher's Career and Interview Guides for Stage Technicians
Oh, no.
as our roadmap.
That's a fantastic resource.
It is.
And we'll be sure to sprinkle in some insider tips and tricks along the way, too.
Exactly.
Mm.
We'll also touch on how RoleCatcher's AI can be your secret weapon,
Oh, cool.
helping you tailor your answers and practice for your specific dream role.
Very cool.
But first, let's set the stage. No pun intended.
All right.
What does a stage technician do? I mean, we know it's more than just making sure the lights come on, right?
Way more. Yeah, think of a stage technician as
Yeah.
the technical maestro behind a performance.
Okay.
They control the lighting, the sound, the video, even the sets themselves.
Wow.
One minute they might be working with massive fly systems, making scenery appear and disappear.
Oh, wow.
And the next they're fine-tuning the lighting to create the perfect mood.
Amazing.
And through it all,
Yeah.
they're working closely with performers and the entire production team.
Right.
It's a dynamic blend of technical precision and artistic flair.
It sounds like a pretty amazing gig.
Yeah.
A perfect mix of creativity and technical know-how.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
speaking of variety, I noticed the RoleCatcher Career Guide mentioned some other titles for similar roles,
Okay.
like Intelligent Lighting Engineer
Uh-huh.
or Performance Lighting Technician.
That's right. Knowing those alternative titles can really broaden your search
Right.
when you're looking for jobs.
Yeah.
But before you start sending out those applications, let's get you ready to impress in that interview.
Exactly. So let's jump into the first question from the RoleCatcher Interview Guide.
Okay.
Describe your experience with stage rigging equipment.
Right.
It's a classic, and for good reason.
This one is all about gauging your hands-on experience.
Mm-hmm.
The interviewer wants to know if you understand the mechanics of hoists, trusses, and all that heavy-duty equipment that makes the magic happen above the stage.
Right, because it's not just about knowing the names of the tools.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding how to use them safely and effectively.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And speaking of safety,
Yeah.
make sure you highlight any specific rigging, safety training, or certifications you have.
Okay.
Interviewers want to know you take safety seriously.
Okay, so safety is a major priority.
Right.
But what about those moments when things go wrong?
Uh-oh.
Let's say a hoist malfunctions during a performance.
Oh, no.
What kind of problem-solving skills would you need in that situation?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one that the interviewer might ask as a follow-up. You'd need to be able to quickly assess the situation, identify the problem,
Yeah.
and come up with a safe and efficient solution. Sometimes
Right.
it's as simple as knowing how to reset a circuit breaker,
Uh-huh.
but other times it might require more creative thinking.
Like having a backup plan just in case.
Exactly.
Okay.
I remember one time during a particularly dramatic scene,
Yeah.
one of the hoist cables started to fray.
Oh, no.
We had to think fast,
Wow.
redirect the spotlight using a backup system,
Okay.
and make sure the audience remained completely oblivious.
That's good.
Adrenaline was definitely pumping that night.
Wow. Talk about thinking on your feet. That kind of story definitely shows you can handle pressure
Right.
and that you understand the importance of safety.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of real-life experience that can really impress an interviewer.
Mhm.
Remember, they're not just looking for technical skills.
Right.
They're looking for someone who's resourceful and level-headed under pressure.
I bet they'd also want to know how you'd handle those unexpected audio and lighting issues that inevitably pop up during a performance.
Yeah.
That leads us perfectly to the next question from the RoleCatcher Interview Guide,
Okay.
which is, how do you troubleshoot audio and lighting issues during a performance?
This is where your technical knowledge and your cool-headed demeanor come into play.
Right?
Imagine the spotlight goes out mid-song,
Oh, no.
or the audio feed starts crackling.
Oh, gee.
The audience starts to get restless.
Oh, no, no.
How do you react?
I think I'd probably freeze up. But seriously, what are the key things an interviewer would want to hear in your response?
First and foremost, don't panic.
Okay.
The interview guide emphasizes clear communication as key.
Mm-hmm.
Stay calm, assess the situation, and inform the production team without playing the blame game.
Okay.
It's a team effort, remember?
So no finger pointing allowed. Got it.
Right.
What about specific troubleshooting steps? I mean, knowing common audio or lighting problems and how to fix them seems pretty important.
Absolutely. Let's say a microphone starts feeding back.
Yeah.
You might check the placement of the microphone,
Okay.
adjust the EQ settings,
Mm-hmm.
or even switch to a backup mic.
Gotcha.
And if a light burns out,
Right.
you should be ready to replace it quickly and safely.
Okay.
These are just a few examples.
Yeah.
But the key is to demonstrate a proactive approach to problem solving.
It sounds like having a mental checklist of potential problems and solutions would be super helpful in this role.
Yeah.
Thinking back to your own experience,
Yeah.
is there a particular audio or lighting issue that stands out in your memory? Maybe a time when you had to troubleshoot something on the fly?
There was this one time we were doing a rock concert, and
Okay.
in the middle of a guitar solo, one of the speakers blew out.
Oh my God.
You could hear the distortion, and the band leader was giving me this panicked look from the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, I always carry spare parts.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was able to quickly swap out the speaker
Oh, good.
and get things back on track before the audience even noticed.
Wow, that's amazing. It sounds like you need a combination of technical skills
Right.
and a calm head to handle those live performance situations.
Exactly. And it's a good reminder for our listener to think about any similar experiences they've had.
Yeah.
Those real-world examples are gold in an interview.
Right.
Because they show you can think on your feet
Okay.
and solve problems under pressure.
They also show you have a passion for the work,
Right.
which is something we often see highlighted in the RoleCatcher Career Guide.
Yeah.
Speaking of passion,
Okay.
let's move on to the next interview question,
All right.
which focuses on the collaborative side of a stage technician's role.
Okay.
Describe your experience working with live performers.
This question goes beyond the technical aspects
Mhm.
and delves into the interpersonal skills that are so crucial in this field.
Right.
Stage technicians work very closely with performers, understanding their artistic vision,
Right.
their needs,
Yeah.
and sometimes even their quirks.
So it's not just about setting up the equipment.
Yeah.
It's about collaborating with the performers
Right.
to bring their vision to life.
Right. And that requires clear communication
Yeah.
and a willingness to listen.
Okay.
The career guide really emphasizes the delicate balance
Yeah.
between realizing artistic goals and working within the limitations of the venue and the equipment.
It's like you're speaking two languages,
Yeah.
the language of art and the language of technology.
Yeah.
You need that empathy and understanding to build a strong working relationship with the performers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to explain technical concepts in a
Yeah.
way that performers can understand and vice versa.
Right.
Sometimes that means finding creative solutions
Okay.
when a performer's request might push the boundaries of
Mhm.
what's technically feasible.
Let's say a performer wants a dramatic lighting effect that could potentially overload the electrical system
Oh.
or create a safety hazard.
Uh-oh.
How would you approach that conversation?
That's a great example of a potential follow-up question an interviewer might ask.
Right.
It really tests your ability to balance artistic vision with safety and practicality in that situation.
Yeah.
You'd want to calmly explain the limitations and potential risks involved.
Right.
Then you'd work with the performer and the production team
Right.
to find an alternative solution that achieves the desired artistic effect
Okay.
while maintaining safety standards.
So diplomacy and problem solving are key.
Right.
Now, thinking back to the RoleCatcher Interview Guide,
Okay.
is there anything specific mentioned about working with performers that our listeners should keep in mind?
The interview guide encourages you
Okay.
to highlight any experiences you've had collaborating with performers in a professional setting.
Okay.
Think about times when you've had to adapt to last-minute changes.
Troubleshoot issues during rehearsals
Okay.
or effectively communicate technical concepts to non-technical people.
These are great reminders.
Yeah.
So we've talked about safety problem solving and communication, all of which are essential for stage technicians.
Right.
But let's not forget about the importance of staying current
Yeah.
with the latest technologies and industry trends.
Sure.
I'm curious, what are some of the advancements in stage technology that you find most exciting?
There are so many exciting developments happening in stage tech right now. One area that's particularly fascinating
Okay.
is intelligent lighting,
Oh, yeah.
which uses computer-controlled systems
Yeah.
to create incredibly precise and dynamic lighting effects.
I've seen some amazing shows that use intelligent lighting. It's incredible how they can create moving patterns, color washes, and even project images onto the stage.
Exactly. And as a stage technician, understanding how to program and operate these systems
This is becoming increasingly important.
Okay.
Another area that's rapidly evolving is digital audio networking, which allows for more flexibility and control over sound systems.
These advancements sound like game changers.
They are.
For live performances.
Yeah.
I'm sure interviewers would be impressed
Yeah.
if you could discuss these trends and how you're staying up to date with the latest technologies.
Absolutely. It shows you're passionate about your craft and that you're committed to continuous learning. In fact, the RoleCatcher Career Guide highlights the importance of professional development and continuing education in this field.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
So let's say you're prepping for an interview for a stage technician role that specifically requires experience with intelligent lighting systems.
Okay.
How could RoleCatcher's AI tools help you tailor your answers to showcase those skills?
RoleCatcher's AI is incredibly helpful for that.
Okay.
It can analyze the job description
and identify the key skills and experience the employer is looking for. In your case, it would flag the requirement for intelligent lighting experience and guide you in highlighting your relevant skills.
So it's like having a personal career coach who knows exactly what the employer wants to hear?
Exactly. And it goes beyond just identifying key skills.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI can also provide feedback on your interview answers.
Oh, wow.
Helping you refine your language and delivery.
That's amazing. It's like having a practice run for the actual interview, but with personalized feedback.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could even record yourself answering practice questions.
Okay.
And get feedback on your body language and overall presentation.
That's such a valuable tool.
Yeah.
Especially for those who might get nervous during interviews.
Right.
Now, going back to the interview questions, I noticed that the RoleCatcher Interview Guide includes a question about problem solving.
Tell me about a time you had to solve a challenging technical problem.
Right.
How would you approach this question?
This is your opportunity to shine, and showcase your ability to think critically and find solutions under pressure.
Right.
The key here is to choose a specific example from your experience that demonstrates your problem-solving skills in a stage tech context.
So something like the time you saved the rock concert by quickly replacing the blown speaker.
Exactly.
Okay.
You want to walk the interviewer through the situation, explaining the problem you faced, the steps you took to diagnose and resolve it, and the outcome.
Right.
Be sure to highlight your thought process, your technical skills, and your ability to stay calm under pressure.
And it's also a good opportunity to showcase your communication and teamwork skills, especially if the problem involved collaborating with others.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did the problem require you to coordinate with other technicians, communicate with the production team, or explain the situation to the performers?
Yeah.
These details can really strengthen your response and demonstrate your ability to work effectively in a team environment.
Those are great points.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure the interviewer might have some follow-up questions based on the specific problem you choose to discuss. Can you give our listeners some examples of potential follow-up questions they might encounter?
Some common follow-up questions might include, what were the most challenging aspects of this problem? Or what did you learn from this experience? Or even, how would you approach this problem differently now?
Those are great examples.
Yeah.
It sounds like the key to answering this question effectively is to choose a relevant example, explain your thought process clearly, and be prepared to discuss the lessons learned.
Exactly. Now let's move on to another question that often comes up in stage technician interviews. How do you stay up to date with the latest technologies and industry trends?
This is a great question, especially given how rapidly technology is advancing in the entertainment industry.
It is.
What are some of the things you do to stay current in your field?
There are many ways to stay ahead of the curve in stage tech. I make it a point to attend industry conferences and trade shows where I can see the latest equipment and technology firsthand and connect with other professionals.
Those events sound like fantastic opportunities for networking and learning.
They are.
What about online resources? Are there any websites, blogs, or forums that you find particularly helpful for staying informed?
Absolutely. There are tons of online resources available.
Okay.
I subscribe to industry magazines and newsletters, follow relevant blogs and podcasts, and participate in online forums where technicians share tips and discuss new technologies.
It sounds like you're really proactive about keeping your skills sharp.
Yeah.
And expanding your knowledge.
You have to be.
Now, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Have you ever encountered a situation in an interview where you were asked about a specific technology or trend that you weren't familiar with?
Okay.
How'd you handle that?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's bound to happen at some point.
Right.
If I'm asked about something I'm not familiar with, I'm honest about it.
Okay.
I might say something like, I'm not yet familiar with that specific technology.
Okay.
But I'm always eager to learn new things. I've been following advancements in related area, and I'm excited to explore how new technology is being applied in the field.
That's a great approach.
Yeah.
It shows that you're aware of the limitations of your knowledge,
right,
but that you're also committed to continuous learning.
Exactly.
Now let's shift gears a bit
and
talk about another important aspect of being a stage technician.
All right.
Teamwork.
Okay, good.
The RoleCatcher Interview Guide specifically mentions a question about working effectively in a team environment.
Right.
Describe a time when you had to work as part of a team to achieve a common goal.
This is a classic interview question that comes up in almost every field, and for good reason. Teamwork is essential in stage tech, where you're constantly collaborating with other technicians, performers, and the production team.
So what kind of example would you recommend our listeners share to demonstrate their teamwork skills?
Think about a time when you had to work closely with others to overcome a challenge, meet a deadline, or achieve a specific goal. Maybe it was a complex set change during a performance, a challenging rigging setup for a concert, or even a last-minute problem that required everyone to pitch in and find a solution.
The key is to choose an example that highlights your ability to communicate effectively, collaborate with others, and contribute to a shared success.
Exactly. And don't forget to mention the specific roles and responsibilities of each team member, the challenges you faced as a team, and the strategies you used to overcome those challenges.
These details really paint a vivid picture for the interviewer.
They do.
And demonstrate your understanding of teamwork dynamics.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about some potential follow-up questions.
Okay.
The interviewer might ask about your teamwork experience.
Some common follow-up questions might include, what was your specific role in the team? Or how did you handle disagreements or conflicts within the team? Or even, what did you learn from working with this particular team?
Those are great examples.
Yeah.
It sounds like being prepared to discuss both the positive and potentially challenging aspects of teamwork is crucial.
Interviewers want to see that you're self-aware.
Right.
That you understand the importance of collaboration. And that you're able to navigate the complexities of working with others.
Now let's circle back to RoleCatcher. And how its AI tools can help you prepare for these teamwork-related questions.
Right.
Can you give our listeners some specific examples of how RoleCatcher could be helpful in this area?
Of course, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze the job description and identify keywords related to teamwork, such as collaboration, communication, and problem solving.
Right.
It can then guide you in selecting relevant examples from your experience that highlight these skills.
That's so helpful.
It is.
It takes the guesswork out of figuring out what the employer is looking for.
Right.
And helps you tailor your answers to showcase your teamwork strengths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And remember, RoleCatcher also provides feedback on your answers.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can continue to refine your responses and improve your interview performance.
That's a fantastic resource.
It is.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From technical skills and problem solving to teamwork and staying up to date with industry trends.
Yeah.
Let's take a moment to recap some of the key takeaways for our listener as they prepare for their stage technician interview.
Great idea. First and foremost, remember to highlight your passion for stage tech and your commitment to safety. Showcase your ability to think on your feet and solve problems under pressure, especially when it comes to those unexpected technical challenges that can arise during live performances.
And don't forget to emphasize your communication and interpersonal skills.
Yeah.
Stage technicians work closely with performers, production teams, and other technicians.
Right.
So being able to collaborate effectively is crucial.
Absolutely. And finally, demonstrate your commitment to continuous learning and staying current with the latest technologies and industry trends.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listener with one final thought to ponder. What aspects of stage technology excite you the most? And how would you convey that passion in an interview?
That's a really good point.
Because that genuine enthusiasm can really make you stand out from other candidates.
It really is the key. When you genuinely love what you do, it shows.
It really does.
And in a field like stage technology where creativity and technical expertise collide, that passion can really make a difference.
It's that spark that brings a performance to life. So as you're prepping for your interview, think about those moments that ignited your love for stage tech. Was it seeing a complex lighting cue come together perfectly?
Oh, yeah.
Or the roar of the crowd when the sound system delivered that perfect bass drop?
Those are great examples. Tap into those memories, those feelings, because when you share those stories, that excitement will resonate with the interviewer. It shows them you're not just looking for a job, you're looking to contribute to something special.
You're looking to be part of the magic of live performance. And that's something truly rewarding. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into stage technician interview prep. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
But remember, this is just the beginning of your journey.
And remember, RoleCatcher is there every step of the way. From analyzing job descriptions to practicing your answers and fine-tuning your delivery, their AI tools can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. So go out there, break a leg in that interview.
Good luck.
And of course, as always, safety first.
Always.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep those spotlights shining.